Assalamu alaikum. How are you today? I'm going to straight away start with the quote of the day. Let me see. Give, even when you know you will not get anything back. This quote is very nice. It just basically means that when you give someone something or do something for someone, you shouldn't expect someone to give you something back or do something back for you. You should just be happy that you've done something for someone, because that's what you always should do, care about others. And don't forget, we also have the Ramadan quiz. It always goes like this. I will ask you questions on the topics that we talked about during Safeeries, and at the end of it all, I will give you the right answers. But remember, write down all your answers or remember your answers, so you know which ones were right and which ones were wrong. Now, we spoke a little bit last time about angels. Today, we're going to continue with some facts on angels and what they do. We're also going to be talking about jinn, about humans, and our first prophet, Adam. And of course, about Iblis. If you haven't heard of his name, it's because it's in Arabic. His name in Arabic is Shaitan, the devil. We have got a lot of things to find out, so let's start. Allah created everything, as well as angels. The angels of Islam aren't the angels that you might have heard of. The angels of Islam are very holy to us. Angels, jinns, and humans, they are all created for different reasons. Let's start with the angels. Angels were created to obey and pray for Allah, unlike jinn and humans. Angels don't make any mistakes, and they don't do anything naughty. They also can't choose what they like to do. They're always told what to do. They have to do one thing, and that is not to question Allah. Nobody knows when they were created, but they were there way before we were born, and it's mentioned in the Quran. Angels have a very unique look, and it's because they were described in the Quran. The angels are made of light. They are very large. They have wings, and sometimes in pairs of 2, 3, or 4. They are extremely beautiful. They are neither a boy or girl. They can take different shape and sometimes look like humans. The angels do not eat or drink or even sleep. Angels greet all the people that are in heaven. There are angels who guard the gates of hell. It might sound scary, but it isn't. It just basically means that they make sure that the gates of hell are secured. Nobody that shouldn't be there goes in there. Angels also have names, but we only know a few, like Angel Gabriel. He is the highest of all angels. One of Angel Gabriel's most important duties was to send the word of Allah to the Holy Prophet, so he could teach us all. Then there is Angel Michael. Allah tells him when and where to direct the rain and wind. There is also Israfil, and he is the responsible for blowing the trumpet on the day of all the good people go to heaven. There are also Munkar and Nakir. These two angels will question how good you were and how much you knew about the Holy Prophet and his family. We don't know how many angels there are, but what we do know is what their duties are: to pray to Allah, to deliver the message of Allah, writing down all the good and bad deeds of the people on earth, and to compliment the people who believe in Allah and who are good, like all of you at home. We can't see angels, but I'm sure they are proud of us all. Next up, we're going to be talking about jinns. Long before humans were created, Allah created jinns. They lived on earth before us, and some were good and some were bad. And as time passed, the jinns started to become naughty, and they were not very nice. Because they were so naughty, Allah decided to remove them all from the earth, except one jinn. Allah then decided to create humans. That's us. Well, the angels weren't too sure, and they asked Allah if it was a good idea, because the jinn had already created such a mess, and they were so naughty. But Allah knows all, and he said, I know better. But Allah didn't completely remove the jinns. Instead, He made them invisible to us. Now, here are some facts about jinns. Jinns are created from the tip of a flame, so they're hot and they can't burn things. That doesn't sound very nice. Did you know that jinns only whisper? Because they are afraid of humans. We can't hear them, but they can hear each other, no matter how far away they are. What's also very important to know is that it's haram to call upon any jinn. That means you can't ask a jinn to come and try and communicate with you. That's why naughty people sometimes do that. But it's very much not allowed from Allah. It does sound very scary, and it is. But everyone at home and me are good, so we should not be worried. We are not naughty. Now remember, when I said Allah left only one jinn on earth, that jinn became the master of all angels and was now called Iblis. When Allah told all the angels and jinns to bow down to Adam, Iblis was very rude and didn't want to bow and said, no, you created me from fire and Adam from clay. Because he was so naughty, Allah put him in a place only the mean and rude and naughty people go to. Because he had so much hate, he wanted all the good Muslims, like us, to be bad. May Allah always keep us in the right path to heaven. You see, children, sometimes doing something naughty might seem like fun or okay to do, but it's not, and it will disappoint Allah in us a lot. That's why when we make a mistake, ask Allah for forgiveness, and I'm sure He will forgive you and be very happy with all of us. Last but not least, Allah created us. First, the first humans were Adam and Eve. They were first in heaven, and Allah told them they could eat from any tree, just not the apple tree. At first, they didn't have a problem with that. They enjoyed all the kinds of fruits and trees there were. But then the shaitan came. The devil came to them in a form of a snake and started telling Adam lies. And at the end, Adam and Eve made the same. And at the end, Adam and Eve made the mistake to listen to the sneaky snake. It was a test. And they failed. And that's why Allah sent them to earth. We're going to start with our Ramadan quiz next. So stay tuned and make sure you don't go anywhere.
Did I scare you? Don't scare me like that, Claire.
Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Aid.
It's okay.
Sorry, Mr. Raza.
It's okay.
I just wanted to scare you.
It's okay.
That's what us monsters do. We scare people.
All this fasting's made me so sleepy.
No. You know what?
Yeah?
I've got something to take you out of your sleepy mode.
Go on.
Today in Monster School, we were learning about big volcanoes and things which the teacher called natural disasters.
What's a natural disaster?
Like earthquakes and floods and tsunamis. Do you know what a tsunami is? It's like big water crashing and volcanoes and earthquakes and everything goes.
Whoa. That sounds scary, Pip.
It's a tornado.
Whoa. What's a tornado?
A tornado is
A whirling gust of wind.
Right.
Swelling, swelling, swelling.
So like, or is that like a tornado?
No, that's you blowing.
Oh, so what's a tornado then?
Like this. A whoosh.
Oh, like millions of people blowing. No? Yes?
Help! Help!
Well,
I'm
was it
being
fun?
sucked up by a tornado.
Well, it
Oh
sounds...
no, Alice! Don't go get sucked up in a tornado. You're gonna go into Kansas. Oh no!
Relax, relax. We're just in your room. We're just in your room. Pip, we're just in your room.
Oh.
So was it not scary learning about all of this?
Yeah, it was quite scary. Do you know what?
Yeah.
When was the first tornado?
First tornado. What's a tornado again?
Gust of wind. Squishy.
Gust of wind.
Squishy.
Oh wait, I do know what a tornado is.
Go on.
But you know what?
What?
If I'm gonna tell you, we have to do something special.
What's that?
Sorry, Pip, your hair was in my mouth.
Oh, no.
That's what happens when you come and scare me.
Oh, you get hair in your mouth.
I get your hair in my mouth.
Oh.
Now,
Do you like that?
Do
Do you like
know
when I
what?
surprised you?
It's very tasty. Can I have a bit more?
No,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
you're scaring me.
Sorry. But guess what? To tell you a story about the first ever tornado, do you know what we have to do?
What?
We have to do a Quran challenge.
The Quran challenge.
Do you remember what it is?
Yeah, it's where we learn about Quranic stories in the holy month of Ramadan.
Exactly, and it's special because only we do it.
Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan.
Did you make that up yourself?
Yeah, I think I heard it.
Where?
Somebody was performing it.
Oh, right. I think we can make a better one.
Yeah. Do you wanna? Anyway.
Okay. Shall I tell you the story then?
Yeah.
Shall we make the one after?
Go
Right.
on.
So basically, a long time ago,
Yeah.
there was a group of people. They were called the Ad. What were they called?
Ad.
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 Ad. And they lived near Saudi Arabia. They lived in the Arab lands. And the place they lived exactly was called Iram.
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 Do you know what was so special about Iram?
Iram.
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 Do you know what was so special about it though?
What's so special about Iram?
Can you guess?
No.
It was a beautiful place.
Beautiful.
How beautiful is your room, Pip, out of 10?
I'd say it's on a scale of 1 to Iram. It would be Iram.
But what is yours out of 10? Between 1 and 10, what is your room
I
like?
think it'd be 45.
45. Well, theirs was 4,000,005.
Well, I think that's a bit exaggerating because you can only have 1 to 10, so it's any number between 1 to 10.
So how was yours 45?
I think we can make exceptions for certain exceptional characters, such as myself.
Well, their city was exceptional. It was super exceptional.
Well, I'm sure it was.
Out of mountains, they made pillars. You'd
Out
walk.
of mountains, they made pillars.
Exactly.
Like pillows to sleep on.
No, like pillars.
Like pillars.
Like long things which support their cities. Pillar.
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 Bro.
No, not pillar, bro. Pillar.
Pillars.
Yes.
Like Pillars.
Exactly. Long things to support your city.
Okay.
And they had a fantastic city. It was beautiful. Can you let me close your eyes for you. Can you imagine the most beautiful city in the world?
Oh, I can.
That's what Iran was. But
It was my bedroom.
it was is this your bedroom?
Yeah.
Well, then it was like this.
Yeah.
But when you have such a beautiful city, Pip, who do you thank for it?
Well, you obviously thank Pip if it's Pip's room.
But who does Pip thank?
Pip thanks no one but Allah.
No one but Allah, exactly. And the people of Iram, after some time, they forgot to thank Allah.
Well,
They used to think all of these pillars and all of this beautiful city was made only by them. Can you imagine a people like that?
yeah.
Who?
People like that.
Exactly. Who? What was their names?
Iram people.
Iram. What? Do you remember their name?
Iram.
Ad.
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 The people of Ad.
Like Ad.
Now, all of them were really rude. They forgot about Allah.
Wow.
They only used to care about themselves.
Wow.
Even so that they started going and robbing their own people.
Robbing their own people.
Do you know what a gang is? It's like a bad group of people.
Bad group of gang people.
And there were many gangs in Iram. But there was one man who was better than the rest.
Wow, I wasn't around then.
Oh, no, not you, Pip, silly. But basically, you know what his name was?
What?
Hood.
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 Can you say it at home?
Can you say Hood?
Yeah, you can. Prophet Hood.
Wow.
Now, he was nice.
Oh, I bet he was.
He was like you, Pip.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Was he blue?
No, he wasn't. But he was like you.
Wow.
He had a great character,
Oh.
and he used to remember Allah.
Oh.
And Allah sent him down to tell all of these bad people to remember him. And that's what Prophet Hood did.
Wow.
He told one person,
Yeah.
he told two people,
Two.
he told everyone.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Now, if Prophet Hood told you something like that, would you listen?
Yeah.
They didn't. They said to him, you're lying. They said, all of this we made. Who made this, Pip?
What?
Who made this table?
The table?
Yeah.
Well, I think my dad made it.
But who made your dad?
My granddad and grandmother.
Okay, who gave your dad the strength and the intelligence to build this?
The book which taught him how to assemble.
Who made the book?
A brain.
And who made the brain?
Oh, well, that's easy. Allah made the brain.
Allah made the brain. Allah made the brain to make this. Allah made the brain to make this lamp. Allah made the brain to make that board. Allah made the brain to make you.
Allah made me.
Exactly. But these people, they didn't care.
Really?
They thought they made everything.
Wow.
So Prophet Hood, he had a lot of patience, but after a while,
He became bored.
he not bored, but he wanted these people to know the truth. So he asked Allah to send down something to tell these people the truth. And you know what Allah sent down?
Pip.
No, he didn't send that. He sent down Pip many years later. But at that time, he sent down a message to Prophet Hood.
Which was?
He told Prophet Hood and all the people who believed in Allah to go to a special cave.
Oh, that's nice.
Can you
It's
think
like camping, but in a cave.
camping in a cave?
Like cave camping.
Oh, I think you've just invented something there, Pip.
No, I think Prophet Hood invented it.
I think you're bringing it back.
Yeah, anyway.
Oh, Pip. But basically, you're right. You made cave camping. And do you know why? Why would Allah tell Prophet Hood to go into a cave?
Because
Yeah, can you guess? Remember why this story?
I know cave paintings.
To do what?
Cave paintings.
No.
You know, paint the walls with
No.
cave paintings.
No.
Make it a nice little den. So that any time he wanted, maybe put an Xbox and maybe put a Monster Console 37672332 and it become a man cave.
Maybe. Well, that's no, Pip. That's not why Allah sent Prophet Hood into
Oh no,
that
sorry,
cave.
I was just thinking what I would do with a cave.
Oh, what you would do with a cave?
Oh, I wasn't thinking about Prophet Hood.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
obviously, it would be something special and religious.
Exactly. Now, Prophet Hood was sent to a cave because he had to hide from something. And that was the second thing that Allah sent down. Do you remember why we started this story, Pip? What did you ask me?
Natural disaster, tornado.
Yeah, and you asked me with the first ever tornado.
Yeah,
Well, Allah sent down a massive tornado.
really.
People and sand, they were swirling in the air.
Swell.
They were
swell.
flying. You know what? People started getting scared. They went in. That's the noise they were making. And they made that noise all the way to their home. They ran in and they locked the doors.
Look.
Do you think that was enough? Do you
No,
think
the tornado comes and it sweeps them up.
exactly the tornado
And the
took the
tornado,
house?
it's so big.
Exactly, and it started
Tornado.
swirling and swirling and swirling. And all these people died.
Well,
Do you know why they died?
because they disbelieved.
They disbelieved and they made fun of Allah's Prophet.
Well,
Now,
we shouldn't make fun
exactly.
of anyone.
Of anyone.
Especially
A prophet.
anyone.
You shouldn't make fun of anyone, especially anyone.
Yeah, that's my special rule.
Is that your special rule?
Because remember, Allah created us all.
Exactly. 10 points to you, Pip. Now, remember. What should I remember?
Everyone is special.
Because
Allah created us all.
that's great.
Let's rewind
Now,
and unwind. Back to the story.
are you okay, Pip?
I'm
Are you having palpitations?
fabulous.
Now, listen, Pip. After a while, Prophet Hud came out of his cave with all of the people who followed him,
Yeah.
people who believed, and were able to live a life without any rude people,
Wow.
and a life where everyone could believe in Allah.
Oh, that's nice.
How does that make you feel, Pip, that story?
Makes me feel nice.
Does it? Are you happy knowing where the first ever tornado
Well,
was?
now we know the first ever tornado was in the time of Prophet Hud.
Prophet Hud. And who did it take away? The people.
The evil, naughty people.
What were their names?
Ad. Well, that was a really cool story.
Did you like it?
I'm going to go tell my monster school teacher that the first ever tornado was in the time of Prophet Hud.
Is she going to be happy that you
Oh,
know
gee,
that?
I think she would.
What's her name?
Do you know her name?
I don't know her name.
It's Miss Freckly Nose.
Miss Freckly Nose.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure she's going to be really happy that you know that.
yeah.
Go and tell her, Pip.
I'll tell Miss Freckly Nose right away.
Go on.
Okay, children, I've got to go and see if I can still see Miss Freckly Nose. But anyway, Mr. Raza,
Mr. Pip,
it has been an honour.
thank you.
Ramadan Kareem to you.
To you too, and I'm going to
And
go
I'll
back
see
to
you
sleep.
inshallah iftar time.
Inshallah.
Sweet dreams.
Take care, Pip.
Assalamu alaikum, children. My name is Mr. Moon. Today, Mr. Moon went to go see his mummy, Mummy Moon. I love Mummy Moon. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, has taught us that heaven lies under our mother's feet. So we should really love our mothers. Today we have a poem, and the poem is called My Mum is a Wonder. Oh, wonderful. Every morning when I arise, it always comes as a surprise to see my mum dressed and ready, reading Quran by the baby. She greets me with a smile so bright I forget that it was ever night, and a salam that straight away fills me with peace for the whole day. Her warm cuddle has the power to get me to brave the coldest of showers. She dries me with a hug, a kiss. I close my eyes in pure bliss. She helps me dress and combs my hair, and I think, is this really fair? Why should I have the best of all when some children have none at all? Round the table we take a seat. My mum gives us breakfast to eat. She tells us, thank Allah for food that makes you grow and does you good. I thank him too for giving me such a good mum and family. Look after Mum, Allah, please do. That's my best wish, honest and true. When I come home from school at 4, whether we have one chat or more, it puzzles me how Mum can see what's on my mind. It's really beyond me. I help my mum water and grow flowers and bushes, high and low. With her, I learn a seed can be a pink one day or a daisy. Each time she shows me how to pray, she reads Quran in such a way that I enjoy it from the start, and Allah's words soon reach my heart. She gives money to poor people, visits the sick in hospital. We see friends with newborn babies as well as lonely old ladies. She cooks and sews to make our Eid happy and special, with all we need: new clothes, new toys, delicious sweets. Relatives, friends are all my treats. When I am sick and hot in bed, who stays with me and strokes my head? Who leaves her bed for another to comfort me and make me better? Are you surprised that when she asks me to help her with a few tasks, I never refuse to, as only naughty children do? When I grow up to be a man, my dear mother will be a nan, and then who will look after her? When she gets ill and much weaker, why, little me, of course, her child. Caring for her will be my pride, my joy, my thank you, oh Mama, and bring me closer to Jannah. That was an amazing poem about my mum, and it was called My Mum is a Wonder. I think all mums are wonderful, and we should try our utmost best to make them happy, because Jannah lies under their feet. Well, I'm off to see Mama Moon once more to tell her how much I love her. You should do the same and tell your mum how much you love her. Anyway, that's all we have time for. Peace be upon you and your families from Mr. Moon. Good night.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك وتمتعه فيها طويلا.
Salamun alaikum, everybody. I'm Awais Owl, and today we have a special guest coming to give our majlis. Woot woot!
Salim Spider. What are you doing?
Wa alaykum assalam, everybody. I'm getting my spider web ready because I'm catching my dinner for iftar.
You're having iftar today, Salim.
Why, yes. Today I'm going into hibernation. It's like fasting. All of us insects and animals go into hibernation because this helps us live longer.
What is hibernation, Salim?
Hibernation is just like when your mummies and daddies and sometimes even you fast. Allah has made us insects and animals fast too. He did this because if we didn't, then we would die. There is a reason why Allah created us and why He tells us to do things like fast. Every year, we at Saphir Forest fast. Allah tells us to do this not because it helps Him, but because these things help us. Just like when you and your families fast. It makes you better and closer to Allah. It also helps us insects too. Not only do we live longer, but we feel closer to Allah and we love Him.
Wow! Subhanallah. What other insects and animals fast, Salim?
Lots of insects and animals fast like bus and bats. This helps him with his eyesight. Basma butterfly fasts and this helps her become better. Before she fasts, she is a caterpillar, but after fasting she turns into a beautiful butterfly. Wasi worm and all the rest of the animals and insects in Saphir Forest fast too. We all love to fast together and we share our food. Many insects, animals and humans sometimes don't have very much food, and this reminds even us insects that we should thank Allah because He has given us so much and we should do something for those that don't have as much as us. Are you fasting today, children?
Today, I fasted for half a day. MashaAllah. I didn't know that insects and animals like to fast and think about others too.
Why yes, all of us insects and animals are special at Saphir Forest. We fast and we think about others. This is because we hold majlis for the Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, and everyone who comes to our majlis is special, especially you.
Thank you, Salim. Insha'Allah, this Ramadan, I will remember you when I have iftar with my family.
Insha'Allah. Wa alaykum assalam.
Wa alaykum assalam.
Oh, hello and assalamu alaikum. Teddy and I have been waiting for you. We are trying to read as many stories from the Holy Quran as we can. Inshallah, together we can finish the Holy Quran and hear all the great stories. Long time ago, there were two cities. They were called Madian and Aika. Madian and Aika were on the coast of the Red Sea. Many ships crossed the sea and came there. In the ship came foreign merchants. They brought beautiful things from other countries to sell in the market. The people of Madian and Aika bought the beautiful things. They loaded them on their camels, and they sold the beautiful foreign goods to people in other cities. The people of Madian and Aika were very clever traders. They had big shops in the markets. The shops were always crowded. They had many camels that carried their goods to other places. They made lots of money and they became very rich. Their riches made them proud. They forgot about Allah. They started to cheat in their shops. They asked high prices for their goods. They even used wrong weights and wrong measures. Allah did not like that. He sent the Prophet and said to him, "Weigh things properly, measure things properly, give people for what they pay for." The leaders of the people laughed at the Prophet's tribe. They said, "We will do what we want. You are alone. You are weak. Why would we listen to you? Leave the city and stop preaching, or we will stone you. We don't want you or your advice. Prophet Shu'aib said, I do not want to argue with you, for that would mean my doing what I forbid you to do. I am trying only to reform you as far as I am able. In Him I have put my trust, and to Him I turn to say sorry for whatever I have done wrong. Allah waited for people to listen to Prophet Shu'aib. He waited for them to stop cheating, but they did not bother about what Prophet Shu'aib said. Then a terrible thing happened. Allah sent an earthquake. The earth trembled, the houses shook, the walls crumbled, stones from the walls and ceilings fell on the sleeping people. They were crushed to death. Only Prophet Shu'aib and the good people were saved. Allah dislikes cheating. He dislikes lying. He loves people who do not cheat and do not lie. He loves honest and truthful people. Do you know who else was a great prophet? Prophet Ayub. He was the most patient man. A long time ago, in the land of Syria, there lived a man. His name was Ayub. He loved Allah very much, and Allah made him very wise. And Allah made him a very rich man. He was also a prophet. The Prophet Ayub had many fields. He had many sheep. His house was very big. There were many servants in the house. And his children were very good. The Prophet Ayub knew that everything came from Allah. He knew that Allah gave him fields and sheep and money. He prayed to Allah, thanking Him for the gifts. The village people said, "It is easy for Ayub to love Allah. It is easy for him to pray every day. He is rich and he has a lot of time. We are poor. We don't have beautiful houses and fields." If Ayub were poor like us, he would never love Allah so much. He would never pray to Allah all the time. Allah wanted to show people that they were wrong, so He tested the Prophet Ayub. He wanted to show them that Prophet Ayub would never stop loving him. So He put the Prophet Ayub to the test. One day, Prophet Ayub's sheep got lost. The next day, all the water in the fields and gardens dried up. Prophet Ayub became poor. His family members died, except his wife. Prophet Ayub was left alone, and then he got sick. Prophet Ayub did not complain. He did not stop praying to Allah. He knew that Allah would help him. He praised Allah. "I am overcome by distress, but you are the most merciful of all those that are merciful." Allah liked the Prophet Ayub's patience. He said to Ayub, "Strike your feet on the ground," and spring gushed forth. Allah commanded Prophet Ayub to have a bath with the spring water, and he will be healthy again. Prophet Ayub became well again. Allah gave him a big house. He gave him fields and sheep. He gave him many children. He made him even richer than before. Because Prophet Ayub had showed great patience throughout the worst disasters, Allah did not reward him with great bounty in thereafter, but redoubled his former prosperity in this world. He had a new family of 7 sons and 3 daughters. He lived to ripe old age of 93 and saw 4 generations. I really love that story. Actually, I absolutely love stories from our holy prophets. One of my favorite stories from the holy prophets is Prophet Yunus. A long time ago, in the city of Nineveh, there lived a man. He was called Yunus, and he was a prophet of Allah. Allah sends prophet when He wants to tell people something special. He sent Prophet Yunus to teach people about Allah. But the people did not listen to Prophet Yunus. They laughed at him. Prophet Yunus got very angry with these people and moved away from the city of Nineveh. He went to the seashore. A ship was about to sail. Without thinking twice, he jumped on board the ship. The ship was in the middle of the sea. Suddenly, it became dark and strong wind began to blow. A terrible storm tossed the ship back and forth. The sailors and the passengers got scared. They got a hold of Prophet Yunus and threw him overboard. Prophet Yunus tried to swim, but a big fish came and swallowed him. Soon he found himself inside a huge stomach. Frightened, he remembered Allah. He prayed, "There is no God but you. Glory be to you. I have done wrong. and realized that he shouldn't have run away from his people, as he had not done what Allah wanted him to do. Allah heard his prayer. He told the fish to take Prophet Yunus to the shore. In no time, he found himself on a sandy beach. Prophet Yunus rested on the beach. He drank some water from a spring. He ate some juicy fruit from a tree. Then he reunited with his hometown. People gathered around Prophet Yunus. He called them to Allah and warned them of the day of judgment. A most surprising thing happened. Everybody began to listen to Prophet Yunus. Everybody started to pray to Allah. Allah helps us to be more successful, but He does not like us to leave work halfway. With Allah's help, we can finish every piece of work. He helps us with everything. The lesson in this story of Prophet Yunus is twofold. Firstly, the great duty to deliver the message of Allah to others now falls on every Muslim. If we ignore this duty and become desperate, we will be found guilty of not carrying out the task set for us by Allah. I love those stories. Make sure you come back for more of the Holy Quran, because this Ramadan, we are going through all of it. See you next time. Now, we're going to start with our quiz. Remember, the quiz is all about what we discussed today. Let's start. Question number 1. Which angel is the highest angel of them all? Is it A, Angel Israfil, B, Angel Gabriel, or C, Angel Michael? Question number 2. Who lived on earth before humans? Is it A, angels, B, animals, or C, jinns? Question number 3. Who was the naughty jinn that didn't listen to Allah? This one doesn't have an option, because this one you should know. Question number 4. Who were the first humans? A, the Holy Prophet and Khadija, B, Adam and Eve, or C, Imam Ali and Fatima Zahra? Last but not least, which person did all the angels had to bow to? Was it A, Eve, B, Adam, or C, Angel Gabriel? Remember all the answers, because later on I will reveal all the answers to you guys, so make sure you have the right ones. Next up, we have the lovely drawings. As you guys have noticed, I love the drawings. Every time it's always so colorful. I just love them all. Let's see what we have today. We have this one. It's so wonderful and colorful. It has all the colors that I always enjoy. Purple and red and orange and green and blue. And it looks like they are mosques. They look very, very nice. Thank you very much for sending them. Look at this wonderful drawing. Let me show you all. This one is by Suraya Muhammad, and I am 5 years old. I love Sarah and Russell Rafiq, and I made the drawing for them. Aww, thank you very much for the lovely drawing. Now, next up, we have the answers to the quiz from before. Let's start. The answers for question number 1 is B, Angel Gabriel. The answer for question number 2 is C, jinns. The answer for question number 3 is Iblis. The answer for question number 4 is Adam and Eve. And last but not least, the answer for question number 5 is Adam. I hope you had lots of fun. See you again next time, inshallah.
Salamun alaikum, everybody. I'm Awais Owl, and today we have a special guest coming to give our majlis. Woot woot.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Wa alaikum assalam, Salim Spider. What are you doing?
For the majlis today, I have written a poem. Would you like to hear it?
Oh yes, please Salim. I would love to hear your poem. What's it about?
It's about Ramadan. Ramadan and fasting's a special time. Please take a minute and listen to my rhyme. It's about my favorite time of the year. It's Allah's month, a time we hold dear. We don't eat from sunrise to sunset. Blessings and rewards we hope to get. Fasting's a time to be at our best, not to let our good manners rest. We look forward to the end of the day. This month shaitan's locked away. Even insects begin with water and dates. Some of us pile often food on our plates. Animal or insect, one thing's for sure. The holy month of Ramadan is the cure. Let us all fast and eat together. If only Ramadan was forever. Fasting cleans even insect souls. Being better is also our goals. I hope inshallah everybody liked that poem. See you next time inshallah. Wa alaikum assalam.
In 8th century Baghdad, there once lived a pious and exceptionally intelligent man named Wahab ibn Hamr. He was a close relative of the Caliph and held a prestigious position at the royal court. However, times were bad for upright people. The ruling class was corrupt and those who spoke against their crimes were executed. Wahab knew his life was at risk, so one night he goes to his spiritual master, Imam Qadim, peace be upon him, to seek guidance. The Imam only responds with the Arabic letter Jim. Wahab understands this as Junoon, the Arabic word for madness, so he leaves his home, his family, his prestigious position, and begins a life pretending to be mad. His insanity earns him public sympathy, thereby protecting him from the cruelty of the ruling class. Through his guise of a fool, he solves various problems of the common man while teaching them spiritual and moral lessons of life, thus earning him the name Bahlul Dana, the wise fool. Wahab would play with children as though he was one amongst them. One day he got on his stick and acted as if he was on a horse. But then he got tired.
Looks like my horse is tired and would like to rest.
So he dismounted his horse and put it on one side.
Uncle Wahab, does your horse eat grass? Does he drink water?
Oh yes, he does eat and drink, but only from the Caliph's gardens and pools.
Uncle Wahab, please let us ride your horse.
Pleaded the children, to which Wahab replied,
No one should dare come near my horse because he is wild, and no one should blame me if he kicks you.
Wahab sat against the wall inside.
Okay, children, all of you go home and allow me to rest.
And one by one they all left. Wahab made a tent into his home. His family worried about him and started looking for him. They found him in his tent, sleeping, using his hands as a pillow.
Wahab! Wahab! Wake up from this foolishness! Let's go home!
Said one of his relatives.
Home? This is my home. What shortcomings do you see in this tent? No fear of landlord? No fighting with the neighbors? No fear of thieves?
You are ill, oh Wahab. You need treatment.
Everyone is sick. And who doesn't need treatment? Tell me, from the Caliph to the gatekeeper to the vizier, who doesn't need treatment? Listen to us, O Wahab. This place is not suitable for you. Why is this place not suitable? Verily, this place is much better than the court. On the day of reckoning, I don't have to give account for living in this place compared to life at the court. Now, begone, my friends. For the Wahab you have previously known no longer exists.
And they all left the tent, calling him Bahlul Dana, or the wise fool.